Hello, it is Monday, May 11th. If you haven't started planning a vacation yet, think about it. It's also time for the Lighting Bulletin, pound for pound, your best source of lighting industry news. It's brought to you by Sansi and their wide array of LED options, including their patented ceramic LED grow lights that are great for your hobby and light industrial needs. Use the link in the description so they know I sent you. Otherwise, let's get into the news with QTL moving their manufacturing system to Milford, Connecticut. They had been in California. That space already shut down. Everyone's already fired. That space is already for sale. But Milford's fine. No one's going to notice the difference. They're harmonizing shipping costs across the country to make it clear that nothing's going to change. Evergreen Co-op has bought North Coast Sign and Lighting. This is a new financing arrangement as they move to a fully employee-owned model. Valesco is investing in nipples, elbows, and couplings. This is new PE funds for a Houston-based electrical component manufacturer. Hubbell has bought NSI Industries for $3 billion in cash and debt. This NSI makes fittings. You can join the board of the IES. Candidate applications are open. We have a new NEMA study that shows that grid capacity cannot match demand as it is, and data centers are the core driver of this. Q1 at Ameren shows that their net income was $357 million. Lutron has picked a single agency to rep them in Ohio. Fagerholt has reported revenues down, with net sales down 6% year over year. Q1 at Wesco shows sales up 14% year over year. Q1 at Universal Display shows revenues down at $24 million year over year. And Amazon is now offering supply chain services. This is a new offering from the company that will allow you to just hand over your supply chain management to the company that already manages your web services. We have two new managers at Signify Germany, and AMS Alves-Ram's Q1 shows that the AI bubble is pushing their stock value up by 29%. Q1 at Littelfuse shows net sales up at 18%. The Canadian Institute for Health has moved germicidal UV from recommended to essential in hospitals, which means that Canadian UV companies are looking really good on the business side. Speaking of, the Quebec company H2O Innovation has bought Best UV. Best UV is based out of Holland. They make water disinfection systems based on UVC and UVB light. No details on the price or personnel of that deal. FSA has a new showroom in Nashville. Wind Supply is expanding into the Florida market with a new shop in East Jacksonville. Border States held a grand opening for their new location in Bemidji, Minnesota. And TLS, Toronto Lighting Supply, has held a grand opening party for their location in Vaughan. On the Court Reporter, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has instituted 10 ex parte petitions between PV Tech and Jiangxing Super. That means there is a stay of litigation in that patent case. Zubair and Muzamil Al-Zubair posed as the owners of the former GE facility at Nella Park and conned investors out of $17.8 million. They were arrested, they were tried, and now they have been sentenced to 20 years apiece, with the county clerk they bribed to help them getting 8 years. SpaceX keeps getting sued for dropping debris on people's houses. They provide 5G connectivity for IoT and other purposes, and space debris just keeps getting dropped in residential zones, specifically along the 50th parallel, and lawsuits keep following that. And Covered Bridge Potato Chips has been sued for light pollution. This is part of a battery of complaints from neighbors in New Brunswick. On the tariff tracker, a federal court, the unelected law wizards that rule the United States, have determined that the new 10% global tariffs are illegal as the old tariffs that were all over the place. Magnitude, Pop, has cut their tariff surcharge from 8.5% to 6.4%. We have the question of whether or not the R&D tax credit will return domestic manufacturing to the U.S. And no, it won't, because it's not called the domestic manufacturing tax credit. Canada is offering 1.5 billion Canadian dollars in relief to steel, copper, and aluminum extractors that I'm sure will relieve the cost of beer cans to me. NEMA has called for revisions to the USMCA, independent of the current proposed federal revisions to the USMCA. Those will definitely go somewhere useful, I'm sure. Registration is now open for the ArcLight Summit, September 15th to 16th. You can also register now for the NALMCO convention. That's October 11th to 14th in Phoenix. And you can also register for the DLC Summit. That's October 26th to 27th in Los Angeles. In lighting controls, the FCC has officially banned devices tested by Chinese labs. So get ready for your routers, your sensors, your connected bulbs, and your connected switches to cost about double. WAC is adding a smart fan line under their modern forms line. And in the Internet of Shit, Roomba, the inventor of the Roomba, who has since left the Roomba company, is getting into RoboPets, debuting the Familiar. And Meta's camera-equipped connected eyewear is being used for blackmail, because when you equip cameras to people's eyes, they're going to use it for extortion. That's always what was going to happen. In research and development, Syracuse University student has dug into copper deposit formation. This is a grad school project that digs deep into how these form, and they'll be pursuing a PhD in that field. The U.S. Geological Survey has found lithium in Appalachia. It turns out that getting daylight during the day is good for your blood sugar. There are also other metabolic benefits, specifically for those with type 2 diabetes. We have a new conversion efficiency breakthrough in solar panels. Kyushu U has created a new material that may also be useful for solid-state lighting and OLED displays down the road. The U.S. Department of Energy has published GUV test results and insists that there are gaps between lab results and vendor claims in terms of virus deactivation. And the Society of Light and Lighting has published a fact file on thermoplastic diffusers and fire safety. That PDF is ready for download. In light pollution news, the Illinois State Senate has passed a new outdoor lighting standard. There is both a mandatory part and a voluntary part. We have a new Energy and Sustainability Act in the Cherokee Nations, establishing light pollution rules in addition to other energy rules. Solar flares are going to push low-orbit objects like SpaceX satellites into the atmosphere. Light pollution is causing death spiral behavior in isopods. Amber light is better for New Zealand long-tailed bats than full blue, like full white light, but darkness is still best. Amber light from Nietzsche, not a sponsor, does reduce insect attraction to the lighting system. Allen, light at night, is boosting the activity of some venomous spiders. Reminder that if it bites you and you die, it's venomous. If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. That's very important. And nocturnal birds are using moonlight not just to guide their migration, but also help them time that migration. In Black Mesa, Oklahoma, they have celebrated their anniversary of their dark sky designation. In France, light pollution actually dropped from 2014 to 2022, proving it can be done. The Dark Sky International Capture the Dark Photo Contest is seeking entries right now. A proposed data center in Utah that will not only add a bunch of light pollution to the area, but also take a lot of water from a desert and literally use twice the electricity as the state itself, is drawing local protests, but also support from Kevin O'Leary, a foreign millionaire / TV personality / loser on Celebrity Jeopardy / alleged boat murderer. In Derbyshire in the UK, a proposed glamp ground has been rejected for its lighting plan. In bird migration season news, Erie, Pennsylvania's Bicentennial Tower is going dark for the season, and Iowa legislators and advocates are beginning to raise awareness for migration season. On the turtle side of things, Sanibel, Florida has spotted their first nest of the year, as has Pinellas, Florida, with 20 miles of protected beach going up. Volusia County, Florida is beginning beach enforcement as well. And in South Carolina, nesting advocacy is also going on. In horticultural news, we have a new study from Assam Agricultural University that shows we have a new study of light in regulating plant growth. Also, Renville County, Minnesota has approved their first outdoor cannabis farm. In true crime news, Long Beach, California police have caught an alleged copper thief in the alleged act, and a new bill in Louisiana will target scrapyards that serve wire thieves. More locally, we have new rebates going ahead in British Columbia. ComEd in Illinois has launched a new business efficiency program. California's Clean Energy Alliance has approved their new program. In St. Charles County, Missouri, they've saved $7 million after an energy program. We have new residential energy initiatives in Laurel, Maryland, and 86 businesses in Kelowna, BC have sought their grants from that program. In Virginia Beach, Virginia, they're spending $1 million on security. Ewan, Michigan has passed a school bond for projects. Dallas, Texas is planning $6.2 billion in school projects. Muskegon, Michigan has passed a school bond as well. Kalamazoo, Michigan has passed a school bond. Guess who had an election last week? It was Michigan. And in Blairsville, Georgia, schools are adopting solar thanks to a partnership with the local utility. Lansdale, Pennsylvania has passed a new budget, including a hike for street lighting. In Delta, British Columbia, they have begun baseball field lighting. And lighting up Scranton, the Electric City, is a new projecting display in Lackawanna, Colorado. Internationally, India is pondering adding time zones to save energy. India is a bit of an interesting case where they're mostly all on the same time zone for administrative reasons, but maybe they need to split it up into like 3. Sweden will be removing 25,000 rural streetlights to save energy. Cedarville University students have built solar street lighting in West Africa. A new UK firm is turning the smart streetlights that are already in Nigeria into a distributed data center. So, like the extra processing power of all those lights will be used for other things. Also, in the UK, residents are being harassed for removing the unauthorized flags that racists put on streetlights. FIBA, the International Federation of Basketball, has approved Signify's Arena Vision. And in things that I thought were weird, you can take a look at a prize-winning light-up mezuzah. We have airglow over Hawaii being probably not aliens. You can set your string lights, your LED string lights, to be controlled by your Twitch chat if that's how you feel. And you can learn how to measure the age of sharks with frickin' laser beams. I've been Scott Wachter. I want to thank you for your time, for your attention. I want to thank Sansi. I want to thank you for clicking that link in the description. I will see you next week. Take care of yourself.